Hello everyone, I am going to explain question number 15 from exercise 4.1 and we have to prove the following by using principle of mathematical induction for all n belongs to capital N. So here a mathematical equation is available to us and this mathematical equation is true for all the natural numbers. We have to prove with the help of principle of mathematical induction. So principle of mathematical induction have mainly 3 steps which I am writing here. The first step, firstly we have to assume the given statement as Pn, and in step first for n equal to 1 we are going to prove that P1 is true, and in second step we are going to assume that for n equal to k, Pk is true, and in the third step we are going to prove that Pk plus 1 is true when Pk statement is true. So by keeping all these 3 steps in our mind, we have to proceed the question. So what is the first thing? We have to assume the statement as Pn. So we will write here, let the statement Pn is defined as, so we have to define Pn statement. Pn is 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus extended up to 2n minus 1 whole square is equal to and bracket 2n minus 1 bracket 2n plus 1 and whole divided by 3. Now we have to start the step 1. In step 1 we have to prove that for n equal to 1 the statement is true. So we will write down on substituting n equal to 1 in left hand side of Pn statement. So we will get here left hand side of P1 is, so here in statement Pn we have to substitute n equal to 1. So when we P1 means only the first term we have to take. So if you have here 2, then you have to take first 2 terms. So like this it used to move. So since P1 is there, so we have to take only the first term, that is 1 square, and 1 square is 1. In the same way, similarly right hand side of P1 is equal to, now in the right side wherever n is there, here in the right side wherever n is present we have to write down it as 1. So we have to get like this, 1 bracket 2 multiplied by 1 minus 1, then 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 divided by 3. So when we simplify it, we are going to get 1 bracket 2 minus 1, then 2 plus 1 divided by 3. So when we simplify it further, we will get 1 multiplied by 1, because 2 minus 1 is 1, and then 2 plus 1 is 3 divided by 3. That will give us the answer 1. So what we obtained is, thus left hand side of P1 is the same with right hand side of P1. So for n equal to 1, Pn statement is true. So first step is completed. Now we move to the step second. In step second we have to assume let Pk statement is true for n equal to k. So better to write down here n, because we will afterwards we will replace. So let Pn is true for n equal to k. Now what is k here we will mention, where k is any positive integer. So in the Pn statement, first from the question I am going to do it. From the question, whatever be your Pn statement, wherever n is there, we have to write down only k. So we will get here pk statement as. So I am writing this from the question. You can check the question. 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus it's extended up to. Now we have n terms. So instead of n, what we have to do? K. So 2k minus 1 whole square, and in the right side also, wherever n is present, we will replace it by k. So k bracket 2k minus 1, 2k minus 1, then bracket 2k plus 1 bracket close divided by 3. So in second step we not have to prove anything, only we have to assume that it's a true. Now we move to the third step. Step third. In step third we will write down we have to prove statement pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So what we have to do is, with the help of equation 1, we have to bring pk plus 1 statement. So first we will write down with the help of equation we have to solve. So we will write down here from equation 1. So one equation just write down. First equation, it is 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus it's extended up to 2k minus 1 whole square is equal to k bracket 2k minus 1 bracket close 2k plus 1 and divided by 3. So this equation we have to convert into the k plus 1 equation. So we are going to find out that what we have to add. So just analyze it properly. So if you have k here, that time the last term in the left hand side is 2k plus 1, means 2 is multiplied by k because we have here k. So if you have here k plus 1, then this 2 you have to multiply by k plus 1. So that extra terms we have to add in both the sides. So we will write down here on adding 2 bracket k plus 1 minus 1 whole square in both sides of above equation. So how we got here, I already clarified, because we have here k, that's why we have here k. So if we want here k plus 1, then this 2 should multiplied by k plus 1. It should end by k plus 1 term. So this term we are going to add in both the sides. So if this left hand side will end by this term, then this equation will convert to pk plus 1 equation. So that we have to do now. So we are going to write down, because this equation will convert to pk plus 1 after these changes. So already I wrote here pk plus 1 statement, then 1 square plus 3 square plus 5 square plus it's extended up to 2k minus 1 whole square. In additionally we have to add 2 bracket k plus 1 minus 1 whole square in the left side, as well as in the right side also we will do. So right side I am writing down because lack of space, divided by 3, and in the right side also we will add bracket 2k plus 1 minus 1 whole square. Now we simplify it. Now right side we have to simplify. We don't have to do any change in the left side. So right side we have to solve. So first the first term we have to write down as it is 3, then k 2k minus 1, 2k plus 1, and here I am going to open the small brackets. When we open the small bracket, we will get 2k plus 2 minus 1 whole square. It will give us k bracket 2k minus 1, then 2k plus 1 divided by 3. That will give us 2k plus 1. Now here we'll write down 1 and I'm going to take the LCM. And before that, we can see that this bracket is same. So we can take the bracket common, or if we first we'll take the LCM and then we'll take it common, that is better. So it's going to be k bracket 2k minus 1, 2k plus 1. Since we are taking the LCM, so LCM is 3 plus 3 multiplied by 2k plus 1. Now in both the terms 2k plus 1 is common, so take it common. Now we are remain with k bracket 2k minus 1 plus 3 bracket close divided by 3. I hope this step is clear to you. Firstly, I took here the LCM. LCM is 3, so I obtained here 3. Now after that we can see that in first term and second term 2k plus 1 bracket is same, so we'll take it common. Now from here k bracket 2k minus 1 remained after taking common, and here after taking common we are remained with 3. Now we'll solve this big bracket and this will keep as it is. So it will provide us divided by 3 as it is, 2k plus 1, then big bracket, we have to open the small bracket, so we will get here 2k square minus k plus 3 . So in this 1 minute I have to check what something is missing here. So I think the square we missed, so we have to write down here square. So if we do here square, then in this step also we have to do the square. So now after taking common with 3 there is correction. With this 3 one bracket will remains, that is 2k plus 1 will remains, because only one bracket we took outside. From here only we took one bracket outside, so one bracket will remain. Now here we have to open this bracket also. So when we will open this bracket, it will give us 6k plus 3, then big bracket close. Now further we will simplify it. That will give us equal to, then whole divided by 3, this small bracket 2k plus 1 as it is, then 2k square plus 5k plus 3 as it is. Now further we are going to factorize it, because our answer we don't want in this format. We want the answer as given in the questions right hand side, and in right hand side the 3 brackets are available. You can check the right hand side of given question. So we have to further factorize this quadratic equation. So when we factorize, I am going to split this middle term as 2k plus 3k, so that I can factorize it. Factorization you already learnt in 10th class very properly. Now this small bracket as it is, and from these first 2 terms, so what I have done is I splitted this middle term to factorize it. So 5k is there, 2k plus 3k, so its product is 6, that is the product of x3. When we add here 2k plus 3k is 5k, so I factorize it. Now from these 2 terms, that is 2k square and 2k, we will take 2k common, and from this 3k and 3 we will take 3 common. That will give us the next step. So the next step is going to be, we will take here 2k common, so from this only k remains, and from here only 1 remains, and 3 will take common. So k plus 1 remain, and then big bracket close. So here from these 2 terms, when we take 2k common, from here k remains, from here 1 remains, and from here when we take 3 common, k remains, and from here 1 remains. Now in these 2 terms, k plus 1 term is bracket is common, so that will again take common, so that will give us bracket 2k plus 1. Bracket k plus 1 will take common, so we are remain with 2k plus 3, then divided by 3. Now this answer we are going to arrange according to the right hand side of our given question. So we write it as k plus 1. So this k plus 1 I wrote as it is. Now this 2k plus 1 I want to write down as 2 bracket k plus 1 minus 1, because student, when you will simplify it, when you will open it, you are going to get here plus 2, and plus 2 minus 1 is plus 1. So this 2k plus 1 I wrote as 2 bracket k plus 1 minus 1, because in the right hand side in our question we want this format, so we are going to change it. In the same way, 2k plus 3 also we are going to change as 2k plus 1 and plus 1 and divided by 3. So these changes we had done. So 2k plus 3 I wrote as 2 bracket k plus 1 plus 1, because in the right side we have these brackets. So what we found is, with the help of a pk statement, pk plus 1 we had proved, that's why we have to write down. Thus pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So all three conditions satisfied. Now we will write down the conclusory statement, that is, hence by principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all and belongs to capital N. So this question is completed. So I hope this question is clear to you. So in principle of mathematical induction, you mainly have 3 steps. First, you have to prove the statement for n equal to 1, and in step second, you have to assume that for n equal to k, the statement pk is true. And in third step, which is very crucial and important and very tough also, in that you have to bring pk plus 1 statement is true with the help of pk statement. So in that also, right hand side you have to arrange in the same format of right hand side of your mathematical statement which is available in the question. So if you are able to complete all these 3 steps successfully, then we can say that the mathematical statement is true for all the natural numbers. So I hope this question is clear to you. Further, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comments so that we can clear out your doubts. Thank you.